Hi there team, I've stepped in today to talk with you about Wikis. We use Wikis in learning and communicating online for two reasons. We use them to set up groups for assignment 2A, but we also use them as a place in which you can record your contributions and have conversations with fellow team members. And we use the information that you've recorded to determine marks for participation. So it's really important that you use the Wikis quite often, but that you also use them properly as well. What you see in front of you right now is a group allocation page. Towards the end of this week or very early next week, your ELA will open up a wiki for you. And the process for allocating yourself to a group is simple. You simply go to the wiki page and you'll be able to access that below your learning group. Click on Edit Wiki Group, and that's at the right-hand corner of the page. And then add your name. And your student number, student email address, and then click Submit. And then this will tell you that the wiki page has been modified. I do want to make some important points. Firstly, we do give you the option of putting any email address you like in the group allocation page. Do keep in mind though that everyone in your learning group can see that email address, so I would advise you to use your student email address. You have the option of using a personal email address, but just be aware that that can create some privacy issues. You'll also notice in the teams that often there will be a space reserved for ELAs. What we do is we give you some time in which you can allocate yourself to a group, and the time frame will vary slightly just depending on whose group you're in. But once that time frame has elapsed, then we allocate other group members into teams. It's our responsibility to make sure that everyone is involved in an active team because we really want this to be a good experience for everyone. So finding a group is a starting point. Next week you'll also be using Wikis. Now in most cases the Wikis that you'll be using for your work won't be set up until week 5. But let's have a look at one example now. So your ELA will set up a number of Wikis for each of the teams. You can see that I've only set up one wiki so far, but before week 5 I'll certainly be setting up wikis for all of the teams. Here's the process that you follow when you want to use the wiki. You click on the team that you're allocated in. So in this instance, our fictional student Joe Smith is in Team 1. So Joe Smith would go over to the right-hand side of the page and click on Team 1. Now the wiki page looks like a fairly blank screen, but there's actually a table there for you. So for students to add their contribution, the process is pretty much the same as the process for adding your name to the group allocation wiki. You simply click on Edit Wiki Content, then you add in your name. You also add in the date as well, so it's the date of entry, and then add in a comment. And then again, you go over to the right-hand side of the screen and you click on Submit. Now I do want to include some important notes in relation to the use of the wikis. The wikis generally work well, but they are not designed as a place for you to cut and paste text, particularly large volumes of text. It's absolutely essential that you don't cut and paste or copy and paste from Word or other similar applications. Cutting and pasting from Word and similar applications can introduce coding errors into wikis, which in turn can cause the wikis to break. We don't want that to happen. If you do decide to do some cutting or copying and pasting, you should use a plain text editor, such as http://www.editpad.org/. There's also some more information about wikis that can be found within our student portal. As I mentioned earlier, the wikis won't be available to you until the end of this week or early next week. If you have any questions specific to the use of the wikis, you should touch in with your ELA directly. Alrighty everyone, thank you so much for listening. I hope your week is going well, and I look forward to seeing some more wonderful discussion. Take care.